Hello and a warm welcome to another edition of Senior Citizen Alcove, a program where we listen and learn from the elders. Age is a wisdom if one lives it properly, but it becomes a waste when you discover you had lived a life full of deceits, failures, and had I known. This program is not just to watch the elders, it's to be conscious of how we live so that we can become a reference point for younger generations in future. Remember, history is always there for us to learn from because there is nothing new under the sun. But if we refuse to learn from history, we'll end up repeating the same cycle of mistakes others have made. I am Avoy Umogu and I am your guide on the program Senior Citizen Alcove. We go on a short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Mineral resources are inextricably linked to the rise of mankind and civilization. Their importance has been repeatedly documented by archaeologists who have named the ages of mankind based on the materials used by society: the Stone Age, the Copper Age, the Bronze Age, and the Iron Age. The more recent times also carry names of other geologic resources such as the Coal Age, the Petroleum Age, and the Atomic Age. The strength and power of early nations often stemmed from mining activities and the amount of such metals as gold and silver in the treasury. Minerals have also played a significant role in the exploration of the world, colonization of foreign lands, and the trade, commerce, and industrialization of civilized societies. Mineral is a concentration of inorganic, naturally occurring, and non-renewable solids, with over 5,000 identified minerals across the world. Historically, Nigeria relies heavily on oil sector, but diversification of the economy through the exploitation of solid minerals is a promising avenue that warrants greater attention. The value of mineral resources to growing economy cannot be overemphasized because they possess the capacity to create jobs, foster industrialization, and contribute significantly to revenue generation and national development. On this program, Hammer and Pick Show, we dissect, deliberate, and report issues concerning the extractive industry in Nigeria and the rest of the world because the extractive industry has become a defining factor in the ratings of the world economy. Subscribe to this channel to be a part of the show. You cannot afford to miss out.
Welcome back. In today's edition, we'll continue from where we started last week with the Oyarazi of Ibiroland and the Ohi of Okene, His Royal Highness Alhai Manman, Isah Okatahi. During last week, he was talking to us about how he started his life as a young adult, his family affairs, and of course, his journey so far in life. I'm sure you will want to hear more about his lifestyle in today's edition. Stay with us, and I leave you with the moment. Enjoy it.
Then when I joined the local government administration, my system and style of life changes because I was dealing with students and pupils when I was a teacher, when I was a head teacher, dealing with teachers. But when I joined local government administration, you are now coming to deal with people who are even more knowledgeable than you, and they always put you to test in whatever they are coming to request for, just to make sure we live in the society, we live in the community amicably. So there are so many challenges. So some people will do a lot that people will not even appreciate you. Instead, they will embarrass you. That is our adults and elders attitude towards and I still enjoy doing it because I know since I'm a human being, I have to, as much as possible, train myself to endure any situation or condition I find myself. But I have fear of God in me right from birth, that because I have already known that fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So and one with God is majority. So all the while my religious education and everything, I put it to practice, and I'm an ardent Muslim. And I practice just for fear of God, that I should have all my remotes, should be Almighty Allah. that controls me into the right path.
Before I go from this, I want you to tell us.
Yes.
In your family, how many of you, and what number in your family?
Oh, in olden days, my father lived a polygamous life. He was married to 4 wives, as stipulated by the religion of Islam. The reason by that time is that while some will be in the farm plowing, some will be there planting, some will be there cooking. That was the reason then, and they enjoyed it. And out of my father's 4 wives, my mother is the most senior, and she gave birth to about 8 of us, and I'm her last born. And as at now, I'm over 70 years now, as you see me now. But I was the last born of my mother when she left us just close about 15 years ago now. So then, in order of hierarchy, because my father after 4 children decided to marry the second one, and after that one having 2, the third one, then after having 1, the 4th one. But my position, I'm the 6th out of my father's 4 wives that he married. And they all lived together and were living in the same house, eating the same food, feeding from the same pot. So by that time, in those days, that is why the cooperation there, and we love ourselves, because there's no way you can maltreat your mate's son or children, because if my mother is responsible to cook for today, my mate will cook for tomorrow, the other will cook for the next tomorrow, for the whole house. So we eat together with our father, and all of us at the same time. So there's no fear of poisoning or so. No, all they are after them is having the upbringing of the children. They love us as their own children, and that was life. Our life was good for us and smooth for us when we were kids. Yes.
So compared to now, how will you judge the growing up of some persons? I would say majority, because some polygamous home has really treated some persons badly. So what will you say has gone wrong? What has happened that people don't get it right?
Yes. I have said it that those people that married more than 1 wife in those days, they have assignment for their wives to keep the home going. But at time comes when our men become shadow of what they used to be in the past. They no longer carry out their responsibilities, their home responsibilities. They shift their responsibility to their wives, and the wives are supposed to do less for the upkeeping of the family, while the father will buckle up. But the reverse become the case.
Yes.
And you see a man, because as I told you now, during that time, my father not only farming, he was also a trader to Owo, Ifo and other places, just to make 2 ends meet. He doesn't play with the food for the family. We were taking 3 square meals by that time, because everything was cheap. Everything was cheap. Even behind our compound, you can go for this spinach, fork, and all that behind there, and you can cook for even a week without going to the market to buy. So, but as the situation was changing, I don't know whether it's a revolution, whether it's God's decision. Our men at a particular time start dodging their responsibilities, and they don't know that the more you do your responsibilities, the more you enjoy yourself and your life.
The Senior Citizen Alcove, a program where we will have the elders as our guests to engage, motivate, and educate us.
The more you run away from your responsibilities, you will have every cause to regret. And that came, and we were witnessing that because they did not train their children as they are supposed to, or half caste. Some will manage to finish primary school. Now that you even have degree and you don't have job to do, what do you expect those who want to go and do? Except to go and learn other handwork to manage their home. But not all of our men these days are ready to carry out their responsibilities. Though we know the economic situation of the country, that life is difficult, but we are still existing. People who are prepared, because yes, the people who are prepared, you know, you have to foresee. You talk of today, yesterday, today, and think of the future, and you will not allow any problem to come before you start looking for solution. But in these days, there are so many ways to the market. So also there are ways you can make up your life for an upkeep. So I don't believe that somebody should be idle, and you think that God never, think you'll be one of those wealthy ones. Who told you? Were they born through another source? We all came out through born the same way we came to this world. Everybody has got to this world before becoming what you are. Why don't you struggle to be among those who are succeeding? Yes.
Wow, in the course of your journey,
yes,
is there any movement that was so challenging that you never forget?
There was. In the year 2006, I was sick. And very unusual, because even I don't even used to feel headache, because I'm a sportsman. I'm always very active. I don't want to sit down idle. Then 2006, I was sick. By that time I was working in local government as deputy director of administration. All of a sudden, that sickness just for the whole 1.5 months, I couldn't sleep at night. I called my wife. I said, this is unusual though. I know I used to wake up at night and pray, then sleep again. But throughout the night, no sleep, and day, no sleep. So then I called my friend. I told my wife. He said, well, because one of my brothers, some of them are my doctors, they said, what must have been? Am I thinking too much? I said, I don't know. But they will check my BP. They say it's very normal, like a baby, like a kid. So then I phoned my friend, my classmate, we were childhood friend, Senator Mohamed Oyari, that I am sick. He said, we have you at home and you are the one running all our errands at home. How can you be sick? He immediately ordered his wife to come home and give me lift to Abuja. He said, who is at home there to treat me? He was in the Senate by that time. He was a senator by that time. So that was how I was taken to National Hospital at Abuja. When I got there, my friend, we started crying. He would cry, I would cry. Then they started my treatment. Then one white man, a doctor, came to me. He said, he ordered that 14 different tests should be conducted for me. All the tests were conducted. By the time the result came, everything negative. No BP, no diabetes, no, all those things. The 14 tests, they were all negative. Then the white man turned to me and said, Mr. Man, I said, yes. He said, the sickness you are having now, the best hospital you have in the world is in India and Germany. And if they take me there, I can't survive it. I said, doctor, am I going to die? I said, no. I said, no. I should wait. He said, am I popular in my town? I said, yes. So anybody feels if he's doing anything that I'm not there, it will not be successful? I said, yes. I said, I'm even an MC. He said, are you holding any position in your... I said, I'm a title holder. He said, okay, I have another question for you. Your breakfast will be ready by 7 o'clock. You not take it until 9 a.m. or 10. I said, even if any of my friends is having naming ceremony by 7, I will even forget that I've not taken my breakfast. So at times, even I will add it to my lunch. He shake his head. He said, okay, what about your supper that usually ready by 6 p.m.? I said, that one, it is only when I get to the house, around 10 p.m. or so. He said, good. These are all his, do I know what? He said, do I know the name of my sickness? I said, you are the doctor now, how can I know the name of my sickness? He said, yes. The name of my sickness is stress. He said, what? I said, stress. He said, with all these results that you are seeing now, I have no ailment, but I have overworked the nerves, the vein, the arteries, and they are the ones striking now. He said, do I know the doctor that he said, none in this world can cure me? I said, yes. He said, yes. Absolute rest. He said, with this result, I'm going to discharge you in the next 3 days. But on condition that you'll be able to keep to the advice I'm going to give you now. I said, yes, doctor, what is the advice? He said, good. If I discharge you. I said, okay, by the way, what about my place of work? I said, I said, forget about work, doctor. If I die that day, we will talk of work again. Just tell me what you want to say. He said, yes. If I'm still working, I said, I'm still working. I've not retired, but very soon I will retire. He said, good. His candid advice to me is that when it is 7:45, I should leave the house to work. Once it is I should go and assign my subordinate staff. Once it is 7:45, I should leave the office and start coming home. He said, if anybody is even following me home, once I got home, they should tell the person I'm sleeping. I should go and have a very portable radio and television in my bedroom. He said, on no condition should I come out, except after 8 o'clock, when it remains only my family, they will not disturb me. He said, will you be able to? I love my life now. Doctor, I'm going to keep to it. So he said, I'm going to discharge you next week, but you'll be coming for checkup on a weekly basis. He said, if you keep to my advice, I will know when you come for checkup. Let me tell you one thing. You'll be strong. You'll be stronger than me. That if myself and you met in the court and I give him blow, it's over the bank. A white man. He said I should try. I kept to his advice. When I went for checkup, he said it was on weekly by that time. Later 2 weeks, if he checked me and don't see my nerves pulse, he said yes, you are keeping to my instruction. By and large, the weekly checkup, he made it fortnightly, later monthly, later 1.5, later 2 months, later he said until after 3 months I should come again. The 3rd month I went, he said, he checked my head. He shake me and I shake him. He said, shake me. He said, didn't I tell you? He said, unless you just decide to come for any checkup. But by the time I'm telling you now, when I was in the hospital there, the rumor has come that I've even given up, that I'm dead. But this white man raised my hope. So at all those things I was here, but the Almighty God saved my life, and today I'm strong, here and gay, as I'm sitting down now. And since that time, since 2006, I've never experienced even ordinary headache. So it's God's
really challenging.
Yes. No, I mean, you can't easily forget. Because when I'm seeing people, I just laugh at people that are doing this, doing that. Because I have been to the next world and back. God brought me back to world. So I'm dead and alive. So if anybody, I don't value anything. Because I know one day it's one day. One by one, it must not be untimely. Let's wait for God's time. Thank you.
I hope you enjoy every moment of this interview with the Oyarazi of Ibira Land, the Oyi of Okene, His Royal Highness Alhai Mama Isah Okatahi. I'm sure you have grabbed something positive to live a better life. And I bet you, by the time you listen to him next week again, you'll be inspired and motivated. We cannot bring all to you again because of time factor. We just have to stop here so that you'll be able to digest and, of course, act on those things you have heard. History allows us to learn from the successes and failures of the past. By studying historical events, individuals, and societies, we can gain a deeper understanding of the consequences of various actions and decisions, helping us to make wiser choices in the present and future. Until I come your way next week on this same station, same time on Malachi Television Online, Monday 6 p.m., please be positive and continue to be good. Bye for now.